too often, weekends are treated as an escape hatch, a temporary refuge from the demands of our weekdays. We wait for Friday evening with a sense of relief, only to surrender ourselves to mindless scrolling, binge, watching, or activities that leave us feeling drained rather than fulfilled. The weekend becomes a pause, not a purpose, a time to numb ourselves rather than nurture ourselves. But what if we shifted our perspective? What if weekends were not just a break from life, but a chance to intentionally build the life we truly want? Reclaiming your weekends means refusing to let them slip away in passive routines, and instead using them as a canvas to create meaningful experiences, growth, and momentum. The first step in reclaiming your weekends is awareness. Notice how you spend your free time. Are you defaulting to habits that give you temporary pleasure, but no lasting value? Or are you consciously choosing activities that align with your goals, passions, and personal development? Awareness transforms the weekend from a period of automatic escapism into a space of intentional living. It allows you to ask yourself, am I investing my energy in ways that bring me closer to the life I envision? Next comes choice. Reclaiming your weekends is an act of deliberate decision making. It requires identifying what matters most to you and prioritizing those things above fleeting distractions. It may be pursuing a hobby that fuels your creativity, dedicating time to learning new skills, connecting with loved ones, or focusing on health and wellness. These choices are not about perfection or rigid schedules. They are about shifting from passive consumption to active creation. Each weekend becomes a series of small, purposeful actions that compound over time, transforming ordinary days into building blocks of a meaningful life. Moreover, reclaiming your weekends is about reclaiming your sense of agency. Life often feels dictated by responsibilities, deadlines, and obligations, but the weekend offers a rare opportunity to step into your own power. It is a space where you can experiment, reflect, and reset. By approaching weekends with intentionality, you take control of your narrative rather than letting life passively dictate your experiences. The freedom to design your weekend consciously can ripple into the week, instilling a sense of purpose, energy, and momentum that carries forward. Ultimately, shifting your relationship with weekends is a mindset transformation. It's moving from seeing them as a temporary escape from the life you have to recognizing them as a platform to create the life you want. Each weekend becomes a chance to invest in yourself, to take meaningful steps toward your dreams, and to live intentionally rather than reactively. When you embrace this perspective, weekends no longer pass in a blur of distraction. They become milestones in the journey of building a fulfilling, empowered, and purpose-driven life. Designing your life is not something that happens overnight, nor is it confined to grand, sweeping decisions. It happens in the small, deliberate choices you make consistently, and weekends are the perfect opportunity to practice this kind of intentional living. Too often, people treat weekends as a time to recover from the week, a space to let life happen to them, rather than a chance to shape it. But when you approach your weekends as a tool for designing your life, they become much more than a pause. They become a powerful launch pad for the person you want to become and the life you want to live. The process begins with clarity. To design your life effectively, you need to know what you want that life to look like. This requires reflection and honesty with yourself. What are your deepest values? What goals truly excite you? What habits and routines would help you grow closer to the aspire to be? Weekends offer the time and mental space to step back from the chaos of your daily schedule and answer these questions. They allow you to plan, visualize, and experiment with the life you want to create, free from the distractions and pressures of weekday obligations. Once clarity is established, it becomes a matter of intentional action. Designing your life one weekend at a time means using these 2 days not as a time to escape, but as a time to move forward. You might dedicate hours to learning a skill that aligns with your career aspirations, or perhaps you focus on personal health and wellness, strengthening your body and mind for the challenges ahead. It could involve building stronger relationships, engaging in meaningful conversations, or exploring passions that ignite your creativity. Each deliberate choice, no matter how small, adds structure and momentum to the life you are consciously designing. Consistency is the key to turning weekend intentions into life-changing outcomes. One weekend spent intentionally may feel insignificant, but repeated over weeks, months, and years, it creates compound results that fundamentally shift the trajectory of your life. By consistently using your weekends to act on your priorities, you reinforce a sense of purpose and direction, which naturally carries over into your weekdays. Life design is less about a single transformative event and more about the accumulation of deliberate, purposeful actions over time, and weekends provide the perfect opportunity for that accumulation to occur. Finally, designing your life through weekends is about empowerment. It is a reminder that even amidst the business of work, obligations, and unexpected challenges, you have the ability to choose how you spend your time. It is an act of reclaiming control and refusing to let life be a series of unintentional reactions. By approaching each weekend with intention, you are not just preparing for another week, you are actively building the life you dream of, step by step, moment by moment. Weekends transform from a mere break into a powerful opportunity for creation, growth, and progress, allowing you to live a life that is fully your own. Rest is often misunderstood. Many see it simply as a pause, a chance to do nothing, to recover from the exhaustion of a busy week. But true rest is far more powerful than passive inactivity. It is a deliberate act that rejuvenates both body and mind and creates the space necessary for growth. When combined with intentional action, weekends can become a powerful tool for both rest and personal development. The power of intentional rest and growth lies in understanding that recovery and progress are not opposites. They are complementary forces that, when balanced, enable you to operate at your highest potential. Intentional rest begins with awareness and choice. It is not about scrolling through social media, binge, watching shows, or filling your time with mindless distractions. Instead, it is about recognizing what truly restores your energy and brings you clarity. This might mean spending time in nature, meditating, exercising, journaling, or simply enjoying moments of quiet reflection. These activities are not passive. They are active investments in your mental, emotional, and physical well-being. By intentionally choosing restorative practices, you prepare yourself to tackle challenges with focus, creativity, and resilience. Rest, when practiced intentionally, is an act of self-respect and self-leadership. Growth, on the other hand, requires deliberate effort and consistent action. It is about using the freedom of the weekend to pursue what matters most to you, whether that is learning a new skill, developing a personal project, building meaningful relationships or nurturing your health. Growth is not limited to dramatic milestones. It is found in small, purposeful steps taken consistently. Each weekend offers an opportunity to align your actions with your long-term vision, transforming time off into a period of meaningful advancement rather than aimless pause. The combination of rest and growth ensures that you do not merely recover from your week, but emerge from it stronger, wiser, and more capable of shaping the life you want. The magic happens when intentional rest and growth are integrated. Rest allows you to recharge, reflect, and gain perspective, while growth provides direction and purpose. Without rest, growth becomes exhausting and unsustainable. Without growth, rest can become stagnation. When balanced, they form a rhythm that fosters both well-being and progress. This rhythm allows weekends to become more than a temporary escape. It turns them into a foundation for a sustainable, purpose-driven life. Ultimately, embracing the power of intentional rest and growth transforms how you view your time. Weekends are no longer a fleeting break from obligations, but a strategic opportunity to invest in yourself. By consciously balancing restoration with purposeful action, you unlock the energy, clarity, and momentum to not only survive the week ahead, but to actively build the life you aspire to. This is the essence of living with intention, using every moment, even those meant for rest, to grow stronger, wiser, and closer to your goals. Transformation rarely happens overnight. Most people look for sudden breakthroughs, expecting massive change to come from a single decision or dramatic moment. The truth is that real, lasting change is built incrementally through small, consistent steps taken over time. Weekends provide a unique opportunity to make these steps a priority, to take deliberate actions that, while seemingly minor in the moment, compound into significant growth and transformation. Understanding this principle, that small steps today lead to big results tomorrow, is the key to turning your weekends into a powerful engine for change. Every choice you make on the weekend carries weight. It may feel inconsequential to dedicate an hour to reading, learning, exercising, or reflecting. But these moments are the seeds of a larger transformation. Each small action strengthens habits, builds skills, and reinforces your commitment to the life you want to create. While weekdays are often consumed by obligations, deadlines, and responsibilities, weekends can be reclaimed as intentional time for growth. By consciously choosing to invest in yourself, even in small ways, you are gradually shifting the trajectory of your life toward your goals and aspirations. Consistency is the force multiplier in this process. One productive weekend may not produce immediate results, but repeated over weeks, months, and years, these small steps compound into substantial change. The act of showing up for yourself consistently builds momentum, self-discipline, and confidence. Each step, no matter how small, reinforces the belief that you are capable of creating meaningful progress. Over time, what once seemed insignificant becomes the foundation for profound personal and professional growth. Transformation is not dramatic. It is deliberate, gradual, and persistent. Equally important is the mindset you bring to these steps. Seeing small actions as meaningful investments rather than trivial tasks changes how you approach your weekends. When you embrace the power of incremental progress, you begin to recognize the value in activities that may have seemed minor before. Writing for 15 minutes, planning your week intentionally, calling a loved one, practicing a skill, or reflecting on your goals. These small actions create a ripple effect, influencing other areas of your life and reinforcing a sense of purpose and direction. Each weekend becomes a chance to add another building block to the life you are constructing. Ultimately, small steps today lead to big transformation tomorrow because growth is cumulative. By using weekends intentionally, you create space for consistent progress, reflection, and preparation. The life you envision does not emerge suddenly. It emerges from countless small decisions and deliberate actions that, over time, coalesce into significant change. Reframing your weekends in this way allows you to see their true potential. They are not merely a break from life, but a powerful opportunity to move forward, to grow stronger, and to design a future that reflects your dreams, values, and aspirations. The steps you take now, however small, are the foundation for the extraordinary life that awaits you. Too often, weekends are treated as a time to avoid life rather than engage with it. We distract ourselves with activities that provide temporary relief from stress, discomfort, or unmet goals. We tell ourselves we'll relax or catch up and postpone the important work of shaping our future. This pattern of avoidance creates a cycle where Weekends pass without progress, leaving us with the same frustrations and unfulfilled aspirations we experienced during the week. Breaking free from this cycle requires a shift in mindset, from using time to escape to using time to achieve. And living with vision is the key to making that shift. Living with vision begins with clarity about what you want your life to become. Without a vision, it is easy to drift, to fill weekends with passive distractions that offer no lasting value. A clear vision acts as a compass, guiding your decisions and shaping how you spend your time. It allows you to ask yourself each weekend, does this activity move me closer to my goals, or is it merely a way to avoid discomfort or responsibility? By aligning your actions with your vision, you transform weekends into purposeful opportunities rather than unproductive respites. Each choice you make becomes a step toward the life you truly want rather than a retreat from the life you have. The transition from avoidance to achievement also requires courage. It is easier to scroll, binge, or procrastinate than it is to face the effort needed to build something meaningful. Yet it is precisely in confronting these challenges that growth occurs. Weekends provide the time and space to tackle what matters most, whether that is advancing in your career, deepening relationships, pursuing a passion, or developing yourself personally and spiritually. By using weekends intentionally, you begin to replace patterns of avoidance with habits of achievement. And over time, the results become tangible. You gain not only progress, but confidence, self-respect, and momentum. Living with vision also demands intentional reflection. Achieving meaningful goals is not only about action, but also about understanding your path and adjusting as needed. Weekends are an ideal time for this reflection, allowing you to evaluate your progress, celebrate small wins, and identify areas for improvement. Reflection reinforces purpose, helps clarify priorities, and ensures that your actions remain aligned with your vision. Without it, even productive weekends can feel directionless, like running in place rather than moving forward. Ultimately, shifting from avoidance to achievement transforms how you experience both your weekends and your life. Time that was once squandered on distractions becomes a powerful tool for creating meaningful progress. Living with vision means approaching every weekend with intention, courage, and focus, using each moment to move closer to your dreams. It is the conscious decision to invest in yourself, to confront challenges, and to take control of your life. By embracing this mindset, weekends are no longer a temporary escape. They become milestones on the journey toward a purposeful, fulfilling, and achievement-driven life.